HarperCollins presents The Dark Hours by Amy Jordan, read by Flora Montgomery. Chapter 1. 2024. Julia Harte has found the perfect place to disappear. Cuanbeg, a secluded village on the east coast of Ireland. Home to fewer than 1,000 residents, a popular day trip for tourists. It has proved to be a scenic corner in which to erase a life. From her living room window, she anxiously watches the night steal the remains of the evening sun, chasing the last of the day until even the shadows evaporate. Under the cover of night, the road beyond her short driveway is a gateway to possibilities. Yet only residents' cars travel this far from the village, and she knows the sound of the engines and the routines of the drivers. This corner of the world is so peaceful. At times it feels uninhabited. That's why she chose to disappear here. But Julia knows anything is possible in the dark hours. She snaps the blinds closed and draws the curtains, turning her back on the outside world, sealing off another day. Moving quickly through the rest of the cottage, she follows her nightly ritual, checking that windows are closed and latched properly, that the alarm system light is blinking as it should. She double-locked the front door when she came inside earlier, but pushes against the handle now as she walks past. A flashlight stands ready on the hall table and she flicks it on and off, then brushes her fingers against the cool steel of an old golf club, resting against the wall. A golf club and a flashlight, all anyone needs to keep away the darkness. Everything is as it should be. Safely locked in for another night inside her fortress, tucked into a corner of the world where her old life doesn't exist. In the kitchen, her eyes rest on a single birthday card on the windowsill. She turned 60 last week, a milestone birthday spent alone. The card is from an old friend, one of the few that know where to find her. Loneliness accosts her suddenly. Sometimes she feels the quiet of Cuanbeg seeping into her soul, a cold chokehold that steals her breath and wonders if she made the right decision. She shakes herself free of it. Isn't that how it goes when you leave your life behind? She imagines Philip rolling his eyes at her in these moments. She was never indecisive. In fact, her stubborn certainty that she was right was one of the things he loved about her in the early days. The solitude of this existence is exactly what she needs now. And if she feels lonely sometimes, well, that's her penance. In her small living room, Mutt is a tiny ball of white fur, waiting patiently on the armchair near the hearth, his ears pricking up as she walks in. She smiles at him, the most ineffective guard dog she has ever met, and now her only companion. All tucked in for the night. She rubs his head as she walks to the dresser and pours a brandy into the same crystal glass that she has used for decades. It's one of the few remnants of her life before, a wedding present. Its twin long ago smashed into shards. She raises a glass to her wedding picture hanging on the wall and dips her head. Nightfall. Mutt rises onto his paws and circles to make room for her on the armchair. His age is showing, his movements slow, and she rubs his fur affectionately. She takes her first sip of brandy. It's sharp and sears her throat, but she knows the second swallow will be gentler, and switches on the nighttime news. The newsreader's voice is hypnotic. Updates from the White House in America, the stock exchange, a protest about climate change planned for Dublin city centre. No news on a young man who has been missing in Cork city for over a week. Her heart sinks at the last news item. The woman who would have abandoned everything else to find that young man existed in a different life. Now she sits with her dog on her lap and a brandy in one hand, happy to have escaped it all. Her eyelids begin to close, but something startles her into alertness. A name. The newsreader's baritone continues as it had before, but the words cause her to sit up straight. She feels her heart rate spike, a thudding that burns uncomfortably.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?